everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today in this video I will be doing a review of mine and Luke's recent holiday to Bratislava in Slovakia. So just for those who don't know the exact location of Bratislava, it's in Slovakia, and Slovakia is in Europe, and it's just next to Austria and Hungary, just right next to those two countries. That's if I've got it right. My geography is off as well sometimes, but that's where it is. So me and Luke went to Bratislava just at the beginning of this month, and it was just such a really nice holiday. So on our first day, we got there. So we flew from where we are in Birmingham to Bratislava, and we got there at night time. And oh, sorry, let's get sorted. So yeah, so we got there. We had like a late flight, which is a bit of like it's a bit like quite sad though when you have a late flight because you just want to just get on holiday straight away and you got to wait the whole day just to go on holiday. So it's like you just want to get on the plane and just go. So we were just like literally get at the Weatherspoons at Birmingham Airport, like, oh come on, please land plane, please, so we could just get on and go on holiday. We just like so looking forward to going on holiday because it was a good year since we like went anywhere like to a foreign country, as in a year before we went to Poland, which was amazing as well. That was literally our last holiday, but unfortunately Poland was only 2 days. We at the time could only unfortunately go for 2 days. I promise didn't pick my nose, and I was just scratching my nose. um, so yeah, so we basically got, it was a late, so it was a nighttime flight, and we got to Bratislava, and we got to our hotel, which was called Hotel Victor, which was a very nice hotel. So around 12 o'clock time we got to our hotel, checked in, and then we just couldn't believe the hotel room we were staying at. It was absolutely beautiful. I wish I could show it on here, but I'll be putting whoever has me added on Facebook, my photos will be going on there shortly, and also on Twitter I'll be putting up photos as well of the whole holiday, and Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. I'll leave the links below in the description of where you can follow me on, so I'll be definitely putting the photos up on all of my social media accounts, 100%. So yeah, go back to story. I always go off topic, I'm the worst. So we basically got to Bratislava, got to our hotel room. Let's talk. Got to our hotel room, which was just stunning. We absolutely loved it. It was just so big, and it was so different from other hotel rooms we stayed at. But we did have a nice hotel room in Barcelona, which we went back in 2016. We went to Barcelona, and that was a beautiful hotel room we had too, which was very unique and different. And this one we stayed at was actually a really nice hotel. We were in shock. We were like, oh my god, we actually got a really nice room. So we absolutely loved it. And then we had to like just unpack our stuff and go to bed because we were absolutely exhausted just from like, because even if you an hour on a plane, even if you for 1 hour on a plane, you do get tired. So we were like, oh my god, let's just get to bed so we could just get up for the next day and like experience this, Bratislava, and finally start seeing basically seeing Bratislava and taking a little tour. I'm out of breath because I talk so fast. I get out of breath really fast. Sorry, I'm really bad. I should learn to talk a bit slower and clearer. So, yeah, so the next morning we got up and it was a Sunday. So, yeah, we got there on a Saturday night, and then Sunday was our first full day there. So on the first day we got up and we went to the centre in Bratislava, which was so near our hotel. It was only like one bus ride away. So we got up there, and it was just absolutely stunning. It's just architecture, the art, the colours. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it was just, and I love my art as it is already. So I love it when you go to a country and people just love their art there, and that's what I really respect. And so we went there. So we went there, had a little look around, took a few photos. I love taking my photos. I take photos non-stop on holiday. I just do. Luke's heading because every second I'm like, selfie, selfie, let me take a photo of you, let me take a photo of you, selfie, selfie. So every second I'm literally doing that on holiday. I'm so annoying. No one should go on holiday with me. So yeah, just taking photos. So we just took a little walk around, saw a few sights, and just went around a few shops as well. And then we made it. Then we went to the castle, just like the bottom bit of the beautiful castle called. Oh, can't remember the. Well, I can't remember the castle's name. It was in my head before. Uh, Harad Castle. See, Luke's just shouting it from behind. Harad Castle. Oh my god, how did I not remember that? So we went to Harad Castle, took a few photos there, and it was just a beautiful sunny day. It said it was going to rain when we were there, and we took umbrella and raincoats with us to Bratislava thinking it was going to rain, and the whole time we were there, it was just dry, beautiful, hot weather. So the first day was about 26 degrees, I'd say it was. It was like degrees Celsius. It was beautiful, such hot weather, and we were just literally. I literally went out with a jacket that day. I had to take the jacket off because I was sweating. I was like, oh my god, it is so hot. So, so I had to take my jacket off, and then we just like went up to the castle and took a few photos there. Just like enjoyed the view, enjoyed the sights. There was like so much to just see and experience and just take in. We vlogged as well at the top of, well, not right at the top of the castle. It was like kind of like going up to it, if that makes sense. So you got a bit of a nice view of the city, and then got a few photos too, and then and vlogged. And then what we did was then we went round the shops. My phone. Then we went round the shops to buy like everyone presents back home and just a few souvenirs for ourselves. I love buying my fridge magnets from holiday. I absolutely love my fridge magnets. I've always got to buy one every time I go on holiday anywhere. So bought a few souvenirs, just went around the shops to see what that was, and it was just, and even more like beautiful sights to see, more architecture, buildings, and it's just like so many photos to take, many photo opportunities in Bratislava, believe me. So took a few photos, and then we even went to this really cool candy shop, which was like just like everywhere was just like candy. It's literally like, oh my god, how can I resist? I actually would behave though. I actually didn't buy myself any sweets because my dentist will not be happy. My teeth are already like really not great. So I need to really. So I have to always like resist temptation. Oh god, those days are gone when I could just eat all the sweets I wanted and nothing happens to my teeth. But those days are gone now. Now they've started to get bad. So anyway, there's a really nice candy shop there in the centre as well, in Old Town, and it's so cool. And then we just got a few treats for everyone back home at the candy shop as well. And then we just like oh, and then we went to this really nice bar, which was just like such a beautiful hot sunny day. Went to this really nice bar in the centre as well, and on. And then Luke just like got himself a pint, and I just got myself a little mango. Was it orange? Oh, what did I have? No, apple. I had apple juice. because um because on Sunday I don't eat meat or I don't drink. It's literally my proper religious day because people might think I'm really weird, but because being Sikh, you can't have any meat or you can't drink. So Sunday's my day where I try to just be really good. So I'm just like a pure vegetarian, and I don't have any alcohol on all of Sunday. I don't even I like have to avoid even any ingredients with like meat in it. But the rest of the 6 days I'm just very naughty, and I just like will have drink as much as I want, eat as much meat as I want. So it's just Sunday I'm very well behaved, so I have to be careful what I have. So it's a bit hard when you're on holiday and you have to just like sort of find some food that will like that is vegetarian, and well, it's okay finding drinks though. You could just order like a juice or like a Pepsi or some if you're in a pub or a bar, so that's fine. But food wise it's a bit hard. You're like, oh, please have something vegetarian, please. As I feel bad if I just like break my little Sunday thing and have some meat. But yeah, that's what we did. So I had like a little apple juice, and it's so funny because we only read a few basics of Slovakian, because Slovakian is not really a language you hear much here in England, so it's very hard to like know words. It's not like French or Spanish where we just happen to know a few words. But with Slovakian, it's very different. Luckily, one or two words because I've tried to learn a bit of Polish since I went to Poland back in 2018. So one or two Slovakian words were similar to the Polish words, like the word for bread and the word for apple is literally the same in Polish, and in Slovakian it's the same as each other. So luckily on menus and stuff I could recognise that at least. So I was like, thank God, because when you believe me, when you go to Bratislava, most restaurants and bars are all in Slovakian. Their menus are. Some of them don't have English translations, so you have to like literally just ask the waiter, or just like if you recognise a few words, then that's always great. But to be honest with me and Luke, we only knew tiny bits of Slovakian before we went there, so not everyone speaks English in Bratislava, so you have to just work with what you have, basically just work with what you did learn. um Oh, what I was going to say? Yeah, so yeah, we went to that bar and it was really nice. It was just nice, relaxed. We sat outside. Just proper summer vibes, which we have been craving in England, but we've just had no good summer at all here in England. There's barely been any nice sunny days. There's only been like tiny few here and there, but in England here, barely been nice days. And it was nice to be in Slovakia in the heat and just have like, just like be like, this feels officially like summer. It's so nice. So yeah, so we went. So what happened was, went to that bar, and then we came out of the bar, and my my hair's got a bit funny on the holiday as well because of how hot it was. Like some of the purples just like faded away, and it's showing the bleach underneath, and it kind of looks a bit green as well in areas. It's gone really funny. My hair has because I've been in the proper heat. So yeah. So what did we do after that? So we came out of that bar, and then we were like, oh, let's go for what we do, just go for a meal tonight. Obviously, couldn't really have much of a night out because it's a Sunday. What club is even going to be open on a Sunday in Slovakia? I'll be shocked if it is. And I don't drink on a Sunday as well, so like I still could enjoy myself on a night out without a drink. I actually really could, but I do prefer to always have a pint though. I can't help myself. But yeah, so of course we couldn't really before, let's just go for a meal and just go for a night out like tomorrow when it was Monday the next day where I could drink and just really enjoy ourselves. So what did we do in so yeah, so we thought we'd go for a meal. So we got back to the hotel, had a little chill, and then we started to get ready, and we were like, let's just go for a meal nearby. Let's just see what's nearby. So we walked around, and because there was we heard there was a few restaurants and bars nearby. Our hotel is in Hotel Victor. So had a little walk, and then we saw like a pub, and we were like, yeah, let's just have a pub meal tonight. You know, can't resist a good pub meal. So went to this pub, and I forgot the name of the pub, but it was a really nice pub. It's near Hotel Victor, if anyone in Bratislava knows, or anyone who's been to Bratislava knows. So it's right next to that. It's right, really nice pub was, and we went in, and I just had another apple juice again. Oh no, I had orange juice at the time actually. Yes, and then Luke had another pint, and then I ordered like I had to order something vegetarian being a Sunday, so I ordered this really nice. It's like a Slovakian sort of cheese, but it's like fried. It's like a square thing. I can't explain what it is, but oh god, if you type it on Google, probably know what I mean. But it's like yeah, it's like a fish. Yes, yeah, it's like a fish with cheese in it, but it's not officially fish because it's like vegetarian. It looks a bit like a fish with cheese in it, but it's like fried. And I had that with like fries as well. So obviously I need some vegetarian on the day, but it tasted so good. I'm guessing it's quite like a big Slovakian sort of. It's one of the main Slovakian meals that people like to have in Slovakia because we saw it on a lot of menus we did. And when I had it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's like so nice because I love cheese anyway, so I eat anything to be honest. I just have to be on Sunday. I just have to be picky though because of course my vegetarian thing on Sunday. Oh my god, my hair. So, yeah, and then Luke had a big juicy burger. I think it was a beef burger or chicken burger, but it was like big and juicy. It was like this big. I don't even know how he like went. It was like this.
I had to use a knife and fork.
He had to use a knife and fork because that's one you can't you can't grab and go. Ow. Obviously, you need the biggest mouth in the world for that. So,
So you'd been okay.
Luke just said I would have been fine. Rude. Then yeah, so he had big juicy burger, and then he had like chips with his as well. His was like so nice. It looked so nice. Obviously, I couldn't taste it because I couldn't have it on a Sunday, but his looked so good. And yeah, that's what we had at the pub. And the girl who served us was so nice. Like bless her, she only knew a few basics of English, and well, it's our fault. We should know Slovakian too. But like whatever Slovakian we knew, we just like speaking it with her. Whatever English she knew, she was just speaking it with us. She was just so sweet though. I'm guessing she was like the manager of the pub. I'm guessing she was really nice and so friendly as well. But I did actually just give her a tip. I don't usually like give tips, but I had to give her one because she really did like help, went out of her way to help us. So I had to give her something. She was really nice though. And so we went there and had a really nice meal. Literally enjoyed ourselves. And then we got back to the hotel. And we were like, you know what, we'll go out tomorrow night. So we'll have an early start tomorrow, then go back. Yeah, so we're like, let's have an early start tomorrow and then go out tomorrow night too. Let's just like see so much tomorrow and then have a night out tomorrow. So that's what we did. So we went to bed that night. Hey, work with me. Let's get it, Nad. So yeah, so we went back to the hotel, and the next morning we woke up, and this was our second full day in Bratislava. So, oh, I think I've got Vaseline on my face. The usual. Luke just laughed. So, second day we went to see. We got to the centre again because we wanted to see more sights in the centre, because in the centre there's quite a bit to see. So like some of the things we missed out the day before, we were like, let's go the second day. So what we do is we got up and went up there after me taking 10 years to get ready, you know. That poor Luke has to wait for me to get ready on holiday. It takes 10 years for me to get sorted. It's like I'm sticking it's 5 days. And it's like I'm sticking, you know, a fake nose on or something like that. You know, that's why it's taking me so long. Or I'm sticking on a wig on my head. You'd actually think it was that, but it isn't. It's just me taking 10 years. The usual. That's the only part I'm rubbish at getting ready fast. That's the only part I am so bad at. So yeah, finally got up there. Then we went to the Danube River. We were like took a few photos around it, and we went near the where the UFO is above the Danube River. And it's really nice this UFO is because you can actually go up there and have a meal in it. It's quite expensive, the meals are, but it's worth doing when you're on holiday. Unfortunately, me and Luke couldn't because we didn't take as much money with us. Otherwise, if I was because Luke's full time in his job and I'm just like I don't have many hours in my job, so unfortunately if we were both full time we would have actually been able to like take more spending money with us on holiday and been able to have a meal up in that in the UFO building. Otherwise, you know, we would have just gave it a go and be like, you know what, let's just do something a bit different and you know crazy, because it's just really cool. Something like that is it's just like having a meal at the Alpha Tower, isn't it? It's just similar to that, and it's so cool how they do that in Bratislava. So so it's a shame we couldn't do that, but at least next time, there's always a next time to do something like that on holiday, isn't there? So next time, at least, you know, we can definitely give that a try. So that's yeah. So the UFO is just like on top of the river, like right over the river like this, and so we got a few photos, and we just walked up. We just like had a little walk around everywhere and see whatever all the other nice buildings and sites as well. And oh, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, and then we started to like have a little walk around. And what did we see after that? Yeah, so we were like planning to see the blue church, which I really wanted to see because I saw it online, and the blue church is just stunning online. I was like, I have to see this. It looks like something out of a fairy tale. So we were like walking up there, and then as we were walking up there was many other beautiful buildings, beautiful architecture, so much beautiful art on the way, and it's just like you're just like wow, just absolutely fascinated by it all. And then finally got up to the blue church, took a few photos in front of it, and we would unfortunately the church was closed on the inside, so we couldn't really go inside. So we decided to so we're like that's fine, we can always as long as we saw it and we were literally just there in front of it with the beautiful church. It's just absolutely stunning, and it's just like I said, something out of a fairy tale. Even when you get to it you just think wow, it's just like they've made such an effort to build something so different and unique and beautiful, and just gave its own identity. It's just absolutely stunning, and it's nice to just like feel a bit blessed when you're near a church as well. um, so yeah, so we went up there, took a few photos, and it was just beautiful. And then we got back and we were like, we should go to the beach now. So in Bratislava, they have their own man-made beach, which is right next to Danube River, and they've made their own cute little beach. It's like really tiny and cute and little, and they've got a beach bar on top of it as well. And oh my god! So we went up there and we were like, wow, this is just actually really pretty. It was like being in Portugal and Spain when we were there, when we were at the beach bar. And then I'd say the other sites when you go sightseeing, it's like being in Milan and Poland. And then when we were on the beach bit, it felt like we were in Portugal and Spain. So we were on that beach bar. So we went to the beach bar, had a few pints. I could finally drink, which was amazing. I was like, yes, it's Monday, I can drink today. So I literally, what did I have? What did I have? Yes, I had a cider, and then Lou had another pint. So I had a cider, and I was like, yes, I can drink today, I can drink today. I can finally drink on the holiday. I was so happy, being a Monday. So, and then after I just had a few cocktails, and one cocktail was called Latin Lover, which was so random, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for the Latin Lover cocktail. So I had that. I can't remember what it's mixed with. I think it was like pineapple, I think. But because the menu was in Slovakia and I only saw the Latin lover part, I couldn't read what the ingredients were on it, so I didn't know what it said. But tasted like pineapple though. But yeah, I had a few cocktails and it was and this day that on that day it was 30 degrees, the hottest day there when we were there. 30 degrees. Oh my god. We were just literally tanning and burning at the same time. Luke got burnt so badly. Poor guy, he was like peeling at the end of the day. Had to get some aloe vera on him. And we didn't know Slovakia was going to be this hot. So we got such good tans we did. Oh my god. Now we're worried our tans are going to fade away because we're back in this miserable rainy weather. So we were really going to fade away, but that day we got such a good tan and it was just pure summer vibes that day, and we vlogged as well, took a few videos, took a few photos and just had such a laugh, and we were literally like so drunk. Not completely drunk that we're falling everywhere, but it was like we were like drunk at that beach bar, and we just had so much fun. Just had such a laugh, and then we were like, let's get to a hotel and start getting ready for our night out tonight. So we were like, yeah, let's get back and get ready. So we got back and then started to get ready for the night out. Because we were basically going to have a meal and going to go for a night out too. So, oh my, take a breather too, as I keep talking so much. Blah blah blah.
You gotta fit that burger in your mouth.
Lou just said I could fit that burger in my mouth. So, yeah, and then we went out for a night. Then we went for a night out, and we had then we decided to go for a meal first. So we went to like a Slovakian restaurant and decided to try more Slovakian food. So I had this like really nice pasta, and it was like in cream or mayonnaise, like mixed in, but it just tasted so good as well. And it had a few other things in it, and it just tasted absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, it tasted so fresh. And then Luke had like really nice, had like a pork. Sorry, had some pork, sorry. Had some pork with some potatoes, and his meal was so nice. That was literally the night. I had a little bite of Luke's, and it was the nicest pork I have ever tasted. It was cooked so well, and it was just like, oh my god. It just wasn't chewy or anything at all. It was just perfect. Cooked so perfectly. I don't know who the chef was, but he did a great job. And yeah, so we tried some Slovakian food, which he actually really enjoyed. And then Jazz couldn't sort her hair out ever. So, then, there's Luke in the back. I think he was going to give me a hair clip. Wait, I've got an idea anyway. Oh my god, now I look like a bloke. But hey, it's the only thing that's going to really...
You always do. Stop lying to people.
Stop it. Oh god, I don't even know. Lou just said I always look like a bloke anyway. Oh my god, how mean. But yeah. Sorry, that's what happens when your hair has no volume and it falls everywhere. But yeah, that's what happened. So we had the meals, and like amazing tasting meals, and then we just went for a few drinks to a few of the bars here and there. So we were like, let's just visit a few bars. But we looked around to see if any clubs were open, but unfortunately, being like an awkward sort of Monday in the weekdays as well. I mean, sorry, because it's weekdays, there was like not really any clubs open. So we were like, oh, there's no clubs open. Damn it, I just wanted a bit of a dance, but there was only bars open, which was like understandable. At the end of the day, we have gone on we have booked this holiday at like a weekday sort of time. Like we arrived on a Saturday night, and Sunday was our first full day, so of course, what do we expect? But we still enjoyed our night anyway, because we just got smashed again. It just continued the whole day. So again, we just got smashed and just had a really good time and just really enjoyed our night. And then yeah, we got back to the hotel. We were like, let's get back. We'll get up for the next morning to go to Vienna. We thought Tuesday will be our day to go to Vienna, which is just in Austria, just next door to Slovakia. So you could just get the train up to it. We thought we'd just go for a little day trip the next day. So we were like, yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that the next day. Let's just get up for Vienna tomorrow. And then yeah, got back to the hotel, went to bed to get ready for Vienna. Then we woke up and we were hanging. We couldn't even get up. We were like, we've got no strength to get up and go to Vienna. We were like, oh my god, we're in such a state. I swear, the older you get, the more worse a hangover gets. And it's more harder to get over. And because I'm 28 now, so yeah.
Old.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm still 18 on the inside. I feel it. So, so that's when we were like, we're too hanging for this. Let's just do it tomorrow because Wednesday was our last full day in Bratislava. So we were like, let's just do it for Wednesday. We'll be like, we won't be as hanging, so we could just do it for Wednesday. So what we did was we just thought we'd just go back to Centre and see more of which we haven't seen yet. So we went to the centre, and then we went to where the presidential
Alice.
palace was. That's it. I nearly called it presidential suite. I don't know why. Where would that even come from?
America.
America, like Luke just said, America. So we went to the presidential palace. Well, not in it, obviously. You're not allowed to go in it. But they've got like two guards in front of it, just like Buckingham Palace. And they're like, and I don't know how they stand in the heat all day. God, gotta give them credit. Um, so yeah, we went over there and took a few photos, and then we went walking to. We just walked to another place. We wanted to go and get a ice hockey jersey for Luke. Luke wanted to get one because a lot of huge ice hockey players are from Slovakia. So he thought, why don't I, instead of getting a football shirt this time, because Luke every holiday gets a football shirt for himself, he was like, this time, why don't I just get an ice hockey one this time, something different? And we were like, actually, that's a good idea. And then Luke managed to Google a shop while we were in the hotel, like the day before. And then we were just like walked to the shop to see where it was, and we finally found it. But walking up to the shop was so many beautiful sights. It was like Milan. It was just absolutely stunning. And then like the centre is literally reminds you of Poland as well. The way it's all fairy tale and beautiful, it reminds you of Poland. Because we went to Krakow a year before in Poland, and that was like a fairy tale. Ooh, out of breath. And then, so yeah, we finally found the ice hockey shop where they sell the jerseys, and then Luke finally got himself one from there, and had a little look around. It's actually a nice little shop, and it's quite cute. And we went in, and then we finally bought one. But the man behind the counter was so funny. I have to tell you this really funny story. He was, oh my god, it's like he's trying to get away with it. He's quite cheeky. So he was like literally, he gave us because I thought he gave Luke a bag to put his jersey in. As Luke's paid a lot of money for this, at least give a bag, um, or even offer a bag, something. Even if you got to pay for the bag, it's fine. At the end of the day, we don't want it to get dirty. So I thought he gave Luke a bag. So I stepped out the shop and I said to Luke, "Oh, have you got a bag?" Because Luke was just holding it like that. He gave it to Luke folded like that, and Luke walked out the shop. And I said, "He's not gave you a bag?" And Luke was like, "No, it's fine. Just leave it. Just leave it. It's fine." Then I went back in and I went, "Can we have a bag, please?" How cheeky is that? And then he gave us one because he was like, knew he was a bit, you know, knew he was literally in the wrong for not offering one. Like he should have, like he was trying to really get away with it. Then it was just like so clever. Fair enough if it looked like we had our own bags or we had like a backpack to put it in, but we didn't. We didn't have anything. So fair enough if he just assumed that we were like taking it ourselves. But he didn't even want to say, I thought you already had something. But he just tried to get away with not giving one. It was just like because he. I don't know. It's like one thing I'll warn you about. When we're in Slovakia, you do get some people. If you don't know their language, they will look at you like you're stupid. I'm not saying all people in Bratislava do. I'm sorry, not whole Slovakia, but in Bratislava, in the centre, like some people will look at you like you're stupid if you don't know their language, as in, like they'll think they can just like make you, try to get away with stuff with you. So you got to be very careful and just like definitely stand your ground. I'd warn you. Definitely warn you about that one though. It's quite like sad though. It's like we would never treat them like that in England if they came here. Like as in just people that do it, but yeah, some of them will treat some people will in the centre treat you like that, but then some people in the centre were just so nice and such nice people. But at the end of the day, no matter where you go in the world, here in Birmingham we get rude people, we get good and bad people. At the end of the day, it's everywhere in the world. Well, I'm not saying bad, but like good and rude people. I wouldn't say completely bad. But I just warn you of that though, people will try to get away with stuff in Slovakia. And also one thing was when we came back from our night out, because it was quite late, obviously you can't get the bus back to our hotel. So our hotel is only a 5 minute drive, maybe even less than 5 minute drive from the centre of Bratislava. But the taxi driver charged us €18, and it was like, how would it have been €18? He was even speeding driving. It's like they just purposely hit the meter up high so they can just get money off foreigners. They're so clever because they know how badly you need to get back to your hotel. And there's obviously no buses after midnight. because being after midnight, the taxi driver was so cheeky. He literally charged us €18 just for a less than 5 minute drive, and it was like, what, 18? We thought it was at least like, well, the hotel did say to us that it would be at least 14 for a taxi. So we were like expecting it, we were like 14, but this was 18. It was like, what? That's nearly €20 just for less than 5 minutes for us to get back. I was like, oh well, it's too late now, isn't it? I was like, what, was that 18? I said to the taxi driver. He was really cheeky, this taxi driver was. I was like, what, €18? And he's like, yes, 18, please pay. He got really aggressive with me. And I said, he went, there it is. And I went, I couldn't even see your meter then. It was hidden by, like, his something else that was in his car. It's like they purposely hide them. He was purposely hide. I'm not saying all taxi drivers do this there, but the one we had, it's like he purposely hid the meter in front of something so no one could see the how fast it goes up. That's how cheeky it is. How cheeky the taxi drivers are around the centre. And he was like, yeah, please pay. And I said, I couldn't even see that there. I said to him, that was hidden. I couldn't even see it saying 18. Oh, I was like, there you go, just have it. He was so rude. Literally. What a joke. And, actually, I should have even actually said to him, why is that 18 for only less than 5 minute drive? But probably would have just like come out with an answer like, what do you expect it's after 12? Probably something like that would come hit in my face. Yeah, I know. but but yeah, that's another thing to watch out for. Just be careful of like getting money taken off you like that. I know it's only like €80. It's not like 80 at least, but still, just be careful. It's not worth it for less than 5 minute drive to pay 18 in a taxi. You're literally getting ripped off. So yeah. So what were we on? Our third full day in Bratislava. Oh, my phone made a weird noise. Sorry about that. So we came out of the ice hockey shop. Once we came out there, there was a really pretty park, which was right next to where the presidential palace was. So we went there and just like relaxed a little bit. We were like, oh my god, just getting over our hangover a little, get some summer vibes hitting us. Because on that day it was like a tiny bit of sun, but it was mostly cloudy, so it wasn't as nice as the other days, unfortunately. But it was still like really nice and hot. As long as it was hot and nice and it wasn't raining, that's all that mattered to me. So, well, mattered to us as well, because Luke was just like, who cares if it's not as hot as yesterday. But at least like give Luke's tan a chance to calm down at least. So that's always good. So yeah, we had a little relax in the park. We did, and it was just such a pretty little park as well. And then we decided to get up, and then we went to where the presidential palace was and took a few more photos in front of there. And there was a really pretty fountain in front of it. It's like really nice in front of it. It's just like beautifully built, and it's just they keep it so nice and clean. Like the centre of Bratislava is just so clean. It's unbelievable how much they look after it and how much they really care for their city. And like it was absolutely just beautiful, and got a few photos in front of this beautiful fountain, which was really cool. And oh yeah, and that's what we did. So we got a few photos in front of that palace. I mean, sorry, in front of the fountain that was opposite the presidential palace. And the presidential palace is just so pretty as well. Really like it. And then what did we do after that? Oh, my phone. then then after that, yes, that's what we did. So then we like decided to go. It was near like time evening time, and we were like hungry, so it was like actually time to eat. So we were like, where can we go to have a meal? Because we like left for the centre quite late as we were hanging that day. So we went back to the beach we were at the day before. We were like, let's just have a little meal then, a few drinks, why not? So I had literally had these like vodka shots, and they were so strong when I got to the beach. Oh my god, I was like a little weakling drinking them. I'm lightweight already. I'm not really not a good drinker, but I do love a few drinks. I do love getting drunk. Um, but yeah, had a few vodka shots, and then like ordered a pizza for myself. It was a really nice pizza, proper like nice handmade Italian style, like how they make them in Italy. And then Luke had a little salad for himself, and then we had a few drinks, and then it was just nice like Latin music playing on the beach as well. They played a lot of Latin music on that beach bar. And then we went on to where the beach was, and I still got in my bikini that day. I know there was no sun, but I still was just like, forget it, I'm just going to get my bikini. Because the day before, we didn't know we were going to go to the beach when it was 30 degrees, and we went to the beach to tan. We didn't know the beach was literally in the centre. We were like, where is the beach? Then we just saw it while we were in the centre the day before. And then that day I didn't have my bikini on to get a proper tan in. Just like, oh, damn it, damn it. So next day I put on a bikini and there's barely any sun. But then I was like, forget it, let's just get in my bikini anyway. We're on the beach. Let's just enjoy ourselves. So we just relax on the beach, just like really enjoying ourselves and just having a few more drinks and stuff. And then we got back to the hotel because we're like, let's do Vienna the next day. So let's just get up early for Vienna. So let's get back to the hotel and just have a little chill, and then we can just get up and go to Vienna on the train the next day. then Wednesday came, and the day we were going to go to Vienna. So we woke up and everything, and we were in the middle of getting ready. And then Luke saw that it was a bit. Luke was just checking on his phone how to get to Vienna because luckily our hotel had free Wi-Fi, and he was checking it, and then unfortunately the train stopped just outside Vienna Centre, and then you have to get like a subway. Is it subway? The little fast train? It's subway, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. And you have to get that to get to Vienna Centre, and then get that on the way, get the subway back from Vienna Centre to where the train stop is that goes to Bratislava. And we were like, oh god. And as this was like last minute, we were like looking at this, we were like, oh my god, what we gonna, what if we get lost and stuff? And we were like, shall we just like spend another day in Bratislava, uh, as we're here, and then we can in the future just fly to Vienna and just experience Vienna properly for a good couple of days instead of a day trip, because there's a chance of us getting lost, especially it doesn't stop in the centre of Vienna. If it stopped in the centre of Vienna, the train did from Bratislava, then it'd be perfect and it would be just as easy to get back. But as you gotta go to the outside bit of Vienna Centre is in, and then get the train from there to Bratislava, and then it's just like you just don't know what's going to happen, and it's just like, well, we'd have taken a bit of a risk with that one because you just don't know, especially like in a foreign country, you just don't know. Otherwise, you do it here easily here in England, you wouldn't even care. But when it's the foreign country, you just a bit like, oh, maybe me and Luke in the future when we go to a few more countries, then we just like take risks like that. But when we like start traveling a little bit more to like even more like out foreign countries like outside of Europe and stuff, I think we'll probably just start doing that then. But with this one, we're like, let's just be a little careful with this one just in case. So we thought let's just like stay in Bratislava for another day, and we can properly check out that castle and just see, get to the top of that castle and get a few photos of the, get a view of the city and everything, and get a few photos as well, and just like really enjoy it. So we were like, let's do that on the last day, and then we can check out the shopping centre as well, which is a shopping centre near our hotel, which is like quite a big one. What was the name of it?
Owl Park, Aupark.
Owl Park, Aupa what?
Okay.
Okay, that's how it's spelled. Oh my god, sorry, I forgot how to spell that then. I usually am good with my spelling, but my brain just froze.
Sure about that.
I'm great at spelling.
No, I'm not stupid, leave me alone.
I'm brilliant at it. I'm teaching Luke how to spell. Actually, Luke does help me out with maths, so Luke's better at maths. I'm better at English, Luke's better at maths, so I'm done with maths, so Luke does the math stuff anyway. And Luke's better at maps than me as well. I can't read a map to save my life. When we're on holiday, I'm like, what? Where are we going? Where was that? And Luke's always like reading the maps because Luke's just brilliant at reading a map. One day Luke's just going to dump a map on me and say, find your own way. I've had enough.
Then I can get with another woman.
And then you can get with another woman, you just said. Okay. Okay. How cheeky. So last full day in Bratislava was a Wednesday. So we were like, okay. So we got out of the house, and then we had a little walk, and then we went up to where the park was. It was a really beautiful park near our hotel. So we just had it was just a beautiful park. We had a few drinks as well at that park. They were selling drinks and ice cream and everything. So we just had like so much fun. And I went on the swing for a laugh, like a little kid. And Luke took a few photos of me as well. And I'm like, I've not done this in years. I'm like falling everywhere off it. And my legs are like so long for the swing. I'm shocked no one came out and told me off for going on it. Like a little kid. Nearly 30-year-old woman going mad on a swing. Oh my god. I'm shocked no one like actually took the piss. I'm actually in shock. So yeah, I just messed around a little bit at the park and just had a few drinks. We just like really, it was a nice hot day. It wasn't a cloudy day this time. It's like the sun came back out properly, and it was like back to being 30 degrees like it was on that day, where we had the really hot day. It was like, I'd say it's almost 30. It was a bit colder than that day, but it was just like still boiling hot anyway. So yeah, then we came out of the park and then we just took a few more photos. And then we walked to where the shopping centre was, and it's a beautiful big shopping centre, and it's got this really beautiful fountain, a massive one in the middle of it. I love a good old fountain. I'm like really weird. I love fountains. It's like I've got an obsession with palm trees. I love palm trees as well. I'm just so weird. And it was like it's a beautiful fountain. It's just so modern. This shopping centre was, and it was just absolutely stunning. And it was barely crowded because Birmingham Boring Shopping Centre. Anyone who goes for it for the first time, I'd advise you, no matter what day you go on, it is always packed. It's best to always go first thing in the morning at 9 when there's barely anyone in it. But other than that, it's always packed and it's nowhere to walk and people push into you. People do your head in. Oh my god. But while the Bratislava shopping centre was just stunning and it was barely crowded and you could just relax and have a little stroll in it and just go to shops and everything. So me and Luke just went to a few shops and we bought a few like cool stuff for ourselves. Luke bought himself like a Crash Bandicoot
Crash Bandicoot,
in the
yes.
game in
Yeah.
Bratislava, the game shop, actual game, game here. It's called Game Shop. They have one in Bratislava as well. And Luke bought himself a Crash Bandicoot pop vinyl, and I bought myself a I Am Groot mug. Oh, because Groot is my favourite from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's just so cute. So I was like, oh my god, it's my ideal mug. So we just bought a few other things as well in there. And then I went to NYX Cosmetics, which gets advertised on RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, race. I went race. Like rabbit. Um, I think it's NYX Cosmetics that gets advertised on RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not sure, but yeah. Then I went to a NYX shop, which was right next to it, and just wanted to check out some makeup for myself. I thought, you know what, I've not bought any makeup on this holiday. Let's just buy some. So I bought like this eyeshadow set, and then Lou was waiting outside because, of course, men get bored going through a makeup shop. So he was just poor guy. He was just waiting outside, and it's only a tiny shop anyway. So I quickly I shouted, and then the shop assistant. Okay, this is what happened, right? I've got to warn you about this girl who works at NYX Cosmetics in that Owl Park shopping centre. This girl, this woman, she's got blonde hair and she's like quiet, like a biggish sort of girl. I warn you if anyone's planning to go back to Bratislava and ends up in that shopping centre and ends up going to NYX. Not saying everyone will, but if you do end up going there. So I warn you of this woman. Okay, she's really rude. So I'm just shouted to Luke while he's waiting outside. I picked out this eyeshadow set, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this." And I shouted to Luke, and I was literally nowhere near the door. I was literally at the middle of the shopping centre, and I went to Luke, "I'm gonna buy this," like that. And he went, "Oh, that's great." All of a sudden, she comes at the speed of light, like a weirdo, with a trolley, not a trolley, a basket in her hand, and he's like, "Oh, there," and I said, "Yes, I am going to buy it." And then I took the basket off her, and I was like, "What a rude, how rude are you? Thinking I'm going to steal that? Are you having a laugh? Did I look like I was walking towards the door? No. So I warn you of her. She doesn't just do it to foreigners. She does it to anyone who walks in that shop because Luke caught her doing it to other people as well, where she assumes everyone's just going to nick anything. And it's like, excuse me, but if you actually see physical evidence of someone grabbing something in their hand without paying and walking out your shop, then you have every right to chase them. But don't do it before like you're crazy. Like, stop it. What are you doing? You're going to put customers off. And I was like, anyone who wants to go back there wouldn't even feel like going back there because she's just staring at you. Like, I just warn you of this girl. She was literally, I did not like her. And then she had to serve me on the till, and I could just sense, like, anger from her. And I was like, excuse me, oh my god, what is wrong with you? Did I look like I was going to nick that? Clearly. Do I look like a thief? Hello? And then I was like, see? And then I gave her the money, like, yeah, okay, there you go. See? I've paid for it. What an idiot. Literally, I couldn't believe her. And so, anyway, ruining my shopping experience like that. Well, she didn't completely ruin it, but trying to. So we walked out of there, and then we just like went to get coffee from upstairs, and they had like really nice cakes. I think it's like upstairs a bit. So that is like really nice cakes, and it was so reasonably priced. You'd think it'd be expensive, but it was like even the coffees were just like reasonable and such nice like handmade beautiful cakes. Of course, the cakes are going to be handmade, not with robot hands, are they? What I'm on about. Um, who's laughing? And yeah, they had some really nice cakes in there, and then we just had like some like a coffee and a cake, in the daytime. Just a nice little relax in there. And then we just looked for a few more shops, and Luke was looking at gaming stuff as well, in like their own little PC world. It was sort of type Curry's PC world type they had there. So yeah, we had a good look and just got a few things, and then we got back. No, we didn't get back. We did not get back. So then we got out of the shopping centre, and then we decided to walk to. Yeah, and then we saw these like little kids as we walked out of the shopping centre. It was so cute. They were on like little cars. They had their little cars with them. Like as kids when we had cars, we had to like physically use our legs with them. But these days, kids get like mini toy cars they could drive in with like I can't believe this. It's like the first time I saw it which was there in Bratislava, which I've never noticed it here. Like they actually get the like proper doors around them, and they can drive the thing like pedals actually in them. I'm guessing, or like a button or something. Whereas kids, we had to do it with our legs to drive our own little cars because Luke had a little one when he was a kid, and these kids have got these cool cars. Like all these kids these days have the coolest toys ever, and you're like, why? Oh, there he is.
No, no, sorry. Sorry, sorry.
After he heard about the cars and he was like, I want one now.
I was jealous.
He got jealous. So yeah, and we were like, oh my god, kids have got cool stuff these days. So then what did we do then? Yeah, so we got at the shopping centre, and then we went to the centre, and then as we were walking, we went over the bridge of where over the Danube River, and we were like, oh my god, it was like such a nice view of like all of Old Town and like right but next to the river. It was just like such a nice little view, and then we vlogged in front of it and took a few photos, and it was just beautiful weather on the day. We were like, oh my god, how nice is this, guys? Like everywhere you walk, it's just such nice views everywhere. And then we like took a few photos and stuff. Sorry, itching my nose. Not picking it. Um, so yeah, took a few photos, and then we like walked a little bit, and then we walked towards to where the castle was, and we went right at the top of the castle to get a view, like just to see the nice view of the whole of the city. And we took a few photos, and then one thing you can see in Bratislava is like all the beautiful mountains, because it's just so nice and naturey as well there. Like you get to see it's like all the architecture, and then at the same time you get to see the view of all the beautiful mountains too, and it's just absolutely stunning. I love my nature as it is. So um, what a view. And it was like what a way to just like have our last day on holiday, just experiencing this, taking a few photos and a few videos on the top of it. It was just, oh my god, it was just wow. And we were like, we just don't want to leave, and it was evening and the sun was setting. It was just such a beautiful sight, and we were like, we don't want to go to England, we don't want to go back. Why do we have to go back? um so yeah, and then we went to one of the bars which we went to on the first day and just had a drink there. I forgot what we had actually, because it was so sad for us. We were like, I can't remember what we actually had to drink at the bar. So it was sad. um so that was our last full day there. And then by the time it was night time when we left the centre, and we took a few photos of it at night time and a few selfies as well. And we just got a few photos, and then we got back to the hotel and we were like, oh, let's do our last minute packing as our flight is literally tomorrow, and we got to check out the hotel at 10 o'clock. Then we went to sleep, got up the next morning, checked out at 10 o'clock, had a bit of breakfast, checked out at 10 o'clock, left our suitcase at the hotel, and then we spent just one more tiny time in the centre. And this time it was a rainy day. It was like a few drops of rain were trying to come down, and it was just like something telling us not to go. Like it was just so sad. Please don't go. That's what it felt like. And it was just like really cloudy. And then we just went around a few shops, just got a few last minute things that we wanted to get, like a few presents for everyone and just a few things for ourselves. And then we went back. Then we went to one of the bars and just had a few drinks and just had a meal as well. We got a little drunk just to get over the sadness of the last actual day, because later on that night was our flight as well. And we were just like, oh, so sad. But yeah. Then we just had a then we were like smashed as well, and we were like, oh, we need a few drinks to get over this. And then we were about to leave the centre to get to where the bus was, just to get back to our hotel and get our suitcases and then just wait for our taxi transfer to take us to the airport. And then all of a sudden, because I'm so drunk and my senses are all over the place, I've literally got no senses when I'm drunk. Um, and this poor guy, he's like selling tour guides, was there with his trolley, and then his little flag thing fell off his little trolley, and then he was trying to fix it, and obviously my senses just being a bit all over the place because I'm drunk. He all of a sudden when he finally fixed it, because it sort of bent and fell somewhere. Next thing, the little flag thing It was then he finally fixed it, and the flag thing next minute just hit me in the face in front of everyone. And the poor guy was like, "I'm so sorry, I was just fixing it. I didn't know it was going to hit you because I had time to move as well, but because I was drunk, I obviously was just like, huh, what? Next it hit me in the face. It didn't hurt though. It was just a shock of it. I was like, what's going on? And then he was like, I'm so sorry. The guy was with the trolley. He was trying to sell like little tours and stuff. And he was like so like feeling bad, and I went, "Don't worry, it's fine. I'm drunk anyway. It's my own fault for not watching where I'm going." It was so embarrassing. Oh my! Well, it wasn't embarrassing, but it was just funny. I was just smashed anyway. So like, well, would I, anyone else would be like feeling embarrassed for me though? They would be, bless them. Then we just took a few vlogs as well after that, and like our last time visiting the centre, a few vlogs, a few videos. I mean, sorry, a few photos, that's what I'm trying to say. A few photos as well. Then we got back to the hotel and took a few photos around the hotel, because around the hotel, some people had some very beautiful houses as well. And it was just like, just having a little walk we were, and then we took a few selfies next to our hotel too, like, last day, getting over the shock of it. And then, yeah, and then we just waited for our taxi transfer, and we were taking us back to the airport, Bratislava airport, and then a few hours later, back in Birmingham, and it was freezing cold in Birmingham. I'm literally like, waiting for a taxi to take us back home in Birmingham. Oh my god. But, god, back to like, I were all over the place this summer. But it's just shocking though, because in Slovakia they have such thick snow in winter, but then their summers are just beautiful. They have like 30-degree weather. While here in England, we don't even have like thick snow, like very rarely. Only last winter we did, but we just have such terrible summers. They're just awful summers, absolutely awful. Like we only get a few good days and then they go rubbish. And it's like countries that are colder than us in winter get better summers than us. Like how unfair is that? It's just like oh my god. But yeah, we really enjoyed Bratislava. I'd advise anyone to see it. It's just beautiful, stunning. Like I've said before, Poland. It's literally Poland, Milan, Portugal and Spain all mixed in one, and I'd say definitely good to go in summer because then you can properly enjoy the beach as well. I'd say it's just good to definitely see it in summer or springtime because at least you can just check out the beach and really um, enjoy literally everything there. I'd definitely suggest anyone to visit Bratislava, and you'll definitely have a great time. You won't regret it at all. And there's plenty of bars as well. Amazing bars around the centre. You'll have a great time. You'll have a blast. And the alcohol is definitely not watered down. It's nice and it's definitely nice and strong alcohol. That's one thing with countries like Poland and Slovakia. That alcohol is just amazing. Nothing's watered down. Everything just tastes so good. And the food is just beautiful as well, and the sights, the art, oh my god, all of it, the architecture is just amazing. Like I've mentioned before, I would suggest anyone just to go there. I'd say just be a bit careful of some people that just think like, like I've said, so because it happens here in Birmingham as well, like, some people here just think foreigners are a bit stupid, and then we can just sort of fool them. So one thing I'd definitely watch out Bratislava, they will treat foreign, like some people in Bratislava, I'm not saying all people, some people are lovely there, but some people in Bratislava will try to get away with conning foreigners and, you know, trying to fool them a little bit here and there, just because they're foreigners and they're new to the place. But just definitely be careful of that, because it was like a girl in the restaurant. I found her really rude. We went to this restaurant on like the one, two, three, third day, in the morning to have some breakfast. So, well, sorry, lunch, sorry, because we had breakfast in the hotel, sorry, lunch, and the girl was like, and the girl was just asking her for some juice, and then she just sort of like, the waitress just sort of gave me a look like I was stupid, because I sort of like went and asked one of her other colleagues, and then she came up to ask what was going on, and then she just gave me this look like I was stupid, and I was like, just because I don't speak your language doesn't mean I'm stupid, I'm just asking for some orange juice, as like the morning, I just want some orange juice, I love my orange juices by the way, that's what I was asking for, God, you can see Luke's foot there in the background, look at that foot, furry foot. But I know it's fine. Um, yeah, so she just looked at me like I was stupid. So you'll get some good, really nice. You'll get really sweet people. But then her colleague was really sweet, though he's such a nice guy. But then it's just a shame she was just like, like that with me. But you get it everywhere, though. You get good and rude people everywhere. There's nothing you can do about it. But we did meet some like really lovely people that were just so sweet as well. And that's all. What else I really love about Bratislava, and the weather was just amazing, of course. And I definitely would love to go back as well one day. I'd love to go back to Bratislava and experience it, and it's just stunning. It's so underrated. I'd suggest anyone to visit this beautiful city. You will literally have a great time. And if you feel like going for a little day trip to Vienna or Hungary, they do day trips as well there. You just have to, just read up on how to get there and everything. But I'd suggest definitely, that's one thing good about being within Europe. You can just travel to like the next country, it's just right there. While here in England, we're pretty much like, if we just want to go to a different country, it's like, yeah, over the ocean. We have to get a plane no matter what. So, um, yeah, that's what I definitely suggest. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, sorry it's so long, it's nearly an hour, oh my god, but definitely leave a like, share and to subscribe, and I'll definitely see you all soon. Thank you.